All right, we're gonna start this one off on about the CERN, but we just gonna go ahead and get into it because I ain't something horrible just happened at CERN. No one can explain.
99.999999% the speed of light,
Let's
16
restart.
miles in circumference underneath Geneva. We accelerate protons, which are these simple particles, to 99.999999% the speed of light.
The earth-shattering feeling you just experienced is what some might call the Mandela effect.
Scientists at CERN are at the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating breakthroughs from the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator. The Large Hadron Collider, a marvel of modern science crafted by the European Organization for Nuclear Research, has shed light on numerous scientific puzzles. Just now, Brian Cox has announced that something terrible has happened at CERN that no one can explain. During a test with unprecedented energy levels,
What is it? Okay. I've been seeing all over TikTok that they freaking like a portal opened over there or some shit. But we'll see if that.
CERN scientists
talking about.
encountered something unexpected and potentially unsettling. Could this discovery provide more insight into the universe's secrets like miniature black holes? And how is this discovery related to the Mandela effect? Let's find out why this mystery has left even the most seasoned researchers scratching their heads. Deep beneath the borders of France and Switzerland lies a marvel of modern science, stretching an impressive 17 miles in a circular path. This is the Large Hadron Collider, a giant ring made up of superconducting magnets. It is specifically designed for accelerating particles that are invisible to the naked eye. The Large Hadron Collider is famous for its groundbreaking discoveries. Here, scientists have managed to peek into the world of tiny particles, unlocking secrets that have puzzled us for decades. One of the most famous is the boson, often called the God particle. This discovery was profoundly significant because the Higgs boson was the last missing piece in our standard model of particle physics, a theory that explains the fundamental building blocks of everything around us. And recently, a new shocking discovery made in CERN has been announced by Brian Cox that has left scientists confused and shocked. But why is the Large Hadron Collider so important? It's not just about finding new particles. The real magic of the Large Hadron Collider is its ability to recreate conditions that existed just moments after the Big Bang, the massive explosion that gave birth to our universe according to scientists. By smashing particles together at nearly the speed of light, the Large Hadron Collider mimics these ancient conditions, giving us a glimpse into how our universe might have looked and behaved in its very first moments. It's like having a time machine that takes us back to the start of everything, helping us understand the origins and evolution of the universe. In the aftermath of World War II, when the world was still feeling the tremors of conflict, a group of visionary scientists had a bold idea. They wanted to create a place where knowledge was king, where the ruins of war could give way to collaboration and discovery. This idea gave birth to CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. Established in 1954, CERN was more than just a laboratory. It was a symbol of hope, a testament to what humanity could achieve when we worked together for the greater good. Over the years, CERN has grown from a post-war dream into a powerhouse in the world of particle physics. It's become a hub where the brightest minds from all corners of the globe come together to unravel the mysteries of the universe. CERN's flagship project, the Large Hadron Collider, is a prime example of its evolution and significance. This sophisticated facility has allowed
It's crazy how big that thing is. think they said it's like 16 miles in circumference or some shit, something like that.
Scientists to test theoretical models, challenge established assumptions, and push the boundaries of scientific knowledge for years. What started as a small group of countries banding together for the sake of science has expanded to include 23 member states and thousands of scientists. CERN has been at the forefront of some of the most groundbreaking discoveries in physics. From uncovering new particles to developing technologies that have applications far beyond the lab, CERN's journey has been one of relentless pursuit of knowledge. One of the most important parts of the Large Hadron Collider are its magnets and the cooling systems. These aren't your average fridge magnets or air conditioners. The Large Hadron Collider uses superconducting magnets, and there are a lot of them. We're talking about thousands of magnets, some path of the particles, others squeezing them closer together to up the chances of collisions. These magnets are superconducting, which means they can conduct electricity without resistance, but only under super cold conditions. This is where the cooling systems come into play. They keep these magnets at a mind-boggling 456 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than outer space. But
Damn.
why is it so cold? Because at these temperatures, the magnets can operate in a superconducting state, efficiently steering and
I thought magnets didn't work once they're super cold unless there's like specific, like special magnets or something.
accelerating the particles around the Large Hadron Collider ring with amazing precision. When you think about the Large Hadron Collider, imagine a gigantic, incredibly cold ring with superconducting magnets working in harmony to race particles around at breakneck speeds. It's this combination of size, temperature, and magnetic precision that makes the LHC not just a feat of engineering, but a kind of scientific symphony, with each component playing its part in perfect harmony. This is what makes the Large Hadron Collider capable of revealing the universe's deepest secrets. And its most recent discovery has changed our understanding of modern physics as we know it. A former researcher at CERN and a well-respected voice in the field, Brian Cox has a deep connection with the Large Hadron Collider and its explorations into the unknown. Recently, Cox stepped into the spotlight with an announcement that has sent ripples through the scientific community. He revealed that something unexpected and alarming had been detected at CERN. It's not every day that something leaves these seasoned scientists scratching their heads, and that's precisely what's happened here. According to Brian Cox, scientists at CERN have been able to replicate the Big Bang within the Large Hadron Collider. This successful experiment could open up new avenues for CERN, as they can now reveal secrets of how exactly our universe was created. However, this announcement was met with alarm. While this possibility is exciting for scientists, many like Brian Cox are terrified of the many ways it could go terribly wrong. Like any journey into the unknown, there are potential risks and concerns associated with these high-scale experiments. First off, let's talk about what it means to explore the unknown at a place like CERN. These experiments, especially in the Large Hadron Collider, deal with energies and particles that, until recently, were the stuff of theory. Tinkering with the fundamental building blocks of the universe could, theoretically, have unexpected consequences. It's like opening a door without knowing what's on the other side. The majority of scientists believe that the experiments are safe, but the element of uncertainty in groundbreaking science always carries a degree of risk. A stark reminder of these risks is the incident involving Russian scientist Anatoly Bugorsky. Back in 1978, Bugorsky was working on a particle accelerator when he accidentally exposed his head to a proton beam. Miraculously, he survived, but the accident left him with severe injuries. When he accidentally exposed his head to a proton beam. Miraculously, he
Hold on a
survived,
second.
but the
Look at that. He accidentally like it hit here and exited here, or it hit here and exited here. But I seen a video about this dude. Like he ended up with some bad health
The
conditions.
accident left him with severe injuries. This incident, while not directly related to CERN's activities, highlights the potential dangers inherent in working with such powerful machines and high-energy particles. Another danger that often comes up is the creation of miniature black holes. Some theories suggest that the intense collisions in the LHC could create tiny black holes. While this sounds like a plot from a sci-fi movie, scientists have assured that even if these black holes were to form, they would be incredibly unstable and would likely evaporate almost instantly due to a phenomenon known as Hawking radiation. The chance of a stable, dangerous black hole forming is astronomically low, but the very idea stirs up a mix of awe and apprehension. The reaction from the scientific community has been a mix of intrigue and concern. There's a buzzing curiosity about what this discovery could mean for our understanding of particle physics and the universe. At the same time, there's a hint of apprehension because, in the realm of high-energy physics, the unknown can sometimes be a Pandora's box. This blend of excitement and caution is typical in science when we're on the brink of potentially groundbreaking discoveries. Scientists from around the world are eagerly awaiting more information, ready to decipher this mysterious finding. In academic circles and research labs, conversations are abuzz, speculating on the nature of Cox's announcement and its implications for the future of particle physics. The Mandela effect is a term that refers to a situation where a bunch of people remember something one way, but it turns out to be incorrect. It's named after Nelson Mandela because a lot of people remembered him dying in prison in the 1980s, when in fact he was released and passed away in 2013. It's like your memory playing tricks on you, but on a bigger scale where lots of people have the same false memory. What's this got to do with CERN? Here's where things get really interesting. Some people speculate that the high-energy experiments at CERN, particularly with the Large Hadron Collider, might be causing ripples in the fabric of reality. Imagine CERN's experiments are so powerful that they might be opening tiny cracks or doorways to parallel universes. This is purely speculative, of course, but it's a fun idea to ponder. There is a theory that speculates if there are parallel universes, maybe our world is brushing up against them. And in the process, some people's memories are getting mixed up with experiences from these alternate realities. That's where the Mandela effect could come into play. It's as if CERN is unintentionally causing these memory crossovers, giving us glimpses into alternate versions of history that exist in parallel universes. Now, it's crucial to note that this is all in the realm of speculation and theory. Scientists at CERN aren't actively trying to punch holes into other universes, and there's no concrete evidence to support these ideas. But what if the Mandela effect is more than just a quirk of memory? And what if CERN's groundbreaking experiments are opening doors we never knew existed? This is where string theory comes in. In the simplest terms, string theory suggests that the most basic building blocks of the universe aren't tiny particles, like atoms, but are actually really small strings. Imagine tiny vibrating strings everywhere, and the way these strings vibrate determines what kind of particle they become. It's like everything in the universe is made up of these little strings playing their own unique tunes. Where things get even more mind-bending is when we talk about parallel universes. String theory opens the door to the idea that we might have extra dimensions, way more than the 3 dimensions we're used to. According to string theory, these extra dimensions could be tightly curled up, so small that we can't see them. But they're there, making the universe a lot more complex than ever imagined. String theory also hints towards the idea of parallel dimensions. String theory hints that these extra dimensions could be the places where parallel universes exist. Our universe could just be one layer in an enormous cosmic cake.
But what happened?
And these extra dimensions are like the ingredients that make up the other layers. Each layer is a different universe, existing alongside ours but in a different dimension that we can't easily access. This is all theoretical, of course. We haven't actually seen these extra dimensions or parallel universes, but string theory gives us a framework to think about their possibility. It's like a giant cosmic puzzle, and string theory is one way we're trying to solve it. Scientists in
How much of science is actually like just straight up theory, like a hypothesis, like this could happen, this potentially could happen, like most like it's wild that is the foundation of a lot of shit.
including those at CERN, are looking into these ideas, trying to find any evidence that could turn this theory into reality. It's an exciting, if somewhat daunting, frontier in our quest to understand the universe. One of the many mysteries of the world that CERN has been exploring is the idea of hidden dimensions. Gravity, that force that keeps our feet on the ground, is something we experience every day.
Like he was out there
But
cooking.
here's the kicker. Even with all our scientific advancements, gravity still holds a lot of mysteries. We understand how it works, like how it keeps the planets in orbit. But why it works the way it does is still something of a puzzle. It's the weakest force known in the universe, yet it has an immense influence on a massive scale. Some scientists are playing with a fascinating idea. What if gravity is linked to hidden dimensions? This isn't sci-fi. It's serious scientific speculation. The idea is that gravity might not just be limited to the 3 dimensions we live in. Imagine our universe as a multi-layered cake. We're on one layer experiencing life in 3 dimensions. But what if there are more layers to the cake? Layers we can't see. These hidden dimensions could be really tiny, all curled up so we don't notice them. But gravity might be sneaking into these dimensions. That's one reason why it could be so weak compared to other forces. It's spread out over more dimensions than we're aware of. The Large Hadron Collider at CERN is like a high-tech tool trying to probe these extra dimensions. If they find evidence of these hidden dimensions, it could change everything we know about physics. It's like finding a secret room in your house that you never knew existed. It's an exciting idea that could explain some of the biggest mysteries in physics, like why gravity is so different from the other fundamental forces. So, while we're all familiar with gravity, it might be doing more than just keeping us grounded. It could be our ticket to discovering entirely new aspects of the universe. This isn't the only mind-bending mystery that scientists at CERN are exploring. Quantum entanglement is a curious phenomenon in the quantum world, the world of really, really tiny particles. Imagine 2 particles that are so deeply connected that if you change something about one, the other one changes instantly, no matter how far apart they are. It's like having 2 magic dice, where if you roll a 6 on one, the other one, even if it's miles away, also shows a 6 at the exact same moment. Now, how does CERN come into the picture? Scientists at CERN are using the Large Hadron Collider to study these quantum entanglements. By smashing particles together at crazy speeds, they can create conditions where they can observe and experiment with quantum entanglement right there. This has huge importance as understanding. Quantum entanglement could be a game changer in figuring out some big mysteries about space and time, and maybe even other dimensions. It's like having a puzzle with missing pieces, and quantum entanglement might help us find those pieces. The experiments at CERN could give us clues about how space and time are woven together in the fabric of the universe, and whether there are other dimensions hidden from our view. While quantum entanglement might sound like a bizarre concept, the research happening at CERN could bring us closer to unlocking secrets of the universe that we've only just begun to explore. Let's not forget that CERN's impact stretches far beyond the realm of particle physics. This scientific giant has also sparked some pretty incredible technological advancements that affect our everyday lives. CERN's research has played a key role in the development of positron emission tomography scans. These are the machines used in hospitals to detect diseases like cancer. Positron emission tomography scans use a type of particle physics to create detailed images of what's happening inside your body. The technology behind these scans was developed in the same environment where scientists are busy unraveling the mysteries of the universe. It's a perfect example of
Pretty
how
crazy,
high-level
huh?
science can lead to practical tools that help save lives. But perhaps the most astonishing contribution from CERN is something we all use every day: the World Wide Web. Yep, the web was born at CERN. In 1989, Tim Berners-Lee, a British scientist working at CERN, invented the World Wide Web. The initial idea was to create a way for physicists around the world to share their research easily. Little did he know, he was laying the groundwork for the internet as we know it today. A global system that's transformed how we communicate, work, learn, and play. From online shopping to streaming videos, the web has fundamentally changed our world. So while CERN's primary focus might be on particle physics and probing the depths of the universe, its impact is far-reaching. From healthcare technology to the digital revolution, CERN's contributions have left an indelible mark on various aspects of modern life. It goes to show that sometimes exploring the mysteries of the cosmos can lead to discoveries that change our day-to-day lives in the most unexpected ways. While the research at CERN is pushing the boundaries of human knowledge in exciting ways, it's not without its risks and ethical debates. It's a balance of exploring uncharted territories in physics while being mindful of the potential implications and responsibilities that come with such powerful technology.
Yeah, like 16,
the announcement by Brian Cox has opened a new chapter of intrigue and speculation, highlighting the profound impact and occasional uncertainties of CERN's pioneering work in particle physics. Thanks for exploring with us on Beyond Discovery. If you enjoyed these revelations, click now on the next video that pops up on your screen. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. But I was seeing a bunch of shit about a portal. It opened a portal. Might go to TikTok.
What you think. This was CERN being powered up and a vortex being opened as a result. What you think. This was CERN being powered up and a vortex being opened as a result. I don't know how long this video would stay out there public if it really is authentic, but this is over Geneva, Switzerland. Only imagine. You go to playing.
Seen that? You seen that come out of the clouds? Man, what was that? Hold on, Jack. I gotta...
See what I mean?
Terrence Howard is about to lift the veil on a 6,000-year-old secret, one that mankind has been trying to decipher for thousands of years. What we're about to uncover is not just surprising.
What you think. This was CERN being.
Well, folks, coming at you with an emergency video because we have an update to this alien attack in Miami. Apparently, we have this interview, live news report as well. We have this testimonial guy, and now he has changed his testimony. He said something completely different and now says something completely different. And towards the end of his interview, he says that if you see them aliens, run! I want to actually dive right into it. Guys, if you're new here, do not subscribe. I usually just do gaming content, Call of Duty, PlayStation, and GTA content. I never do this type of content here. However, if you're into this UFO content and strange and mysterious videos, I have my second channel, ScaryX. We're trying to get to 10,000 people, so it would be a pleasure to have you there before we get to 10,000 I will link you in the pinned comment. But first of all, I want to play you this clip, and I'm very, very intrigued to hear your thoughts after what she says. Roll it.
Police say the reason this whole brawl started was after a group of teenagers started lighting off fireworks in Bayside Marketplace. Now, this scared many people half to death. It sent people running, and it was after that a lot of these teenagers began throwing punches.
One, if you believe the story. Two, if you don't believe the story. What about the body cam footage from the cops?
So I don't really have a problem with what she said.
Wait for it, guys.
I'm having more of an issue with the scenes being shown because they don't match the scene that's being seen here. In my opinion, like here we're seeing all these.
We're gonna find something. See if we can.
Esta es una llamada a todas las unidades de la ciudad de Miami.
I have no idea what he said. I don't speak Spanish. But
Esto es en Bayside ahora.
my opinion, that wasn't no kids fighting. People saying they seen aliens. People really just trying to get there.
9:35 de la noche de hoy, 1 de enero, frente a Bayside.
There's supposedly a lot of shit for
No sabemos qué está
teams
pasando.
fighting. What else is there? Shit.
I know in my other video I said I know it's getting to be a bit much, but nothing is ever too much, is it? I'm sorry, but I can't stop. I can't stop. I'm not sleeping tonight. I'm gonna be looking at these TikToks all day. Please, 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 like usual, take this with a grain of salt, but allegedly there is some footage of whatever was inside this fucking mall. If there was even anything in the mall, I don't know. I have no idea how authentic it is or anything, but shout out to the paranormal chick on TikTok and roll it.
Take a look at this brand new footage coming out of Miami, Florida regarding the Bayside Market alien incident. This witness captures those three beings on film.
Okay.
I got a thing said low battery on my laptop. I unplugged my charger.
What the hell?
Why is everything always blurry on this shit?
Bro, you filmed this on a potato.
Literally. Look.
Is that actually the creatures?
This is the video.
Dude, I'm sorry. This quality, I don't know if I'm buying this at all, honestly. Like, what did you film this on? Your fucking sneaker?
Huh.
Did Nike come out with a camera?
The first ever camera phone. This is what this thing was filmed with. Or did they just like take a video and edit it? Because here's that pause.
I don't know, man.
Like, because they definitely messed. I'm calling fake. I'm calling fake. That is definitely fake.
He's saying everyone come this way, so it kind of sounds like he's in the mall and seeing this, but at the same time, he could easily just be faking this. I don't know if I'm buying it, bro. That's exactly what I'm saying, though, is if people legit saw
Sexy
these things in the
babe.
mall, there has to be footage, bro. Even from the CTV cameras inside the mall, like something, right? God, I'm way too consumed into this right now. This is gonna be a Netflix movie in a month. Tell me what you guys think of peace.
Look how this princess. Big bucks, no whammy.
This ain't Westfield. This ain't Hazelwood.
I know in my other video I said I know it's getting to...
What else? I've yet to see this interview about what this dude said. New footage.
All right, so I have a very interesting video for you today, folks. This is Tony. Hope you're all doing well. There's this new video that's been going around, the story going around about a mall, of course, in Florida. I'm sure a few of you have already heard about this. Probably all of you almost have heard about this. And a lot of the videos out there didn't really make of what this is. It does look strange. It doesn't look like a human, really. So that's interesting.
We fast forward through shit.
Let's get into some of this. So there's a lot of things to cover in this, folks. Yeah, here's the guy. This is the guy I was talking about earlier. So this is the guy here that was saying that he started running as soon as he saw everyone else running, even old ladies and stuff. He's like, oh, there must be something really big going on if there's old ladies running like full speed, full tilt. Granny's running full tilt, folks. You know something big's going on when Granny's running full tilt, right? You got old ladies running as fast as they can. You know what I mean? That's kind of funny, actually. So
right,
he said he's the one that said that he looked behind him and he saw this dark, shadowy thing. But he said it looked solid. It didn't look like you could see through it, but it kept reappearing. It would disappear and reappear. Now, like I said, there was a guy who said a number of things have been going on in Florida of recent.
All right, dude, you whack.
Let's see if I can get on. I don't know if this is the right or the best. No. I got so many different. Let's just do this one. All right, let's play this. You can see this light here. It's just moving up. What is that? You know, it's obviously not the sun. It's some, you know, you may wonder what that could be. What is that? The guy wipes off his camera to make sure it's not just some lens flare. It's nighttime, folks. What is that? It's not the moon. It's not the sun. Look, it just disappeared. What is that? Right? So that was something that was seen.
All right. Why is it like you can't never find none of this shit on here? I scroll YouTube. I'll be on TikTok and see all kinds of stuff. You got to go to TikTok to like find them. Let's see. I'm in. We want some. Is it?
4 teens are in jail this afternoon
All
after
right,
an
let's see what they're
late
saying.
last night at Bayside Marketplace.
It was.
They're charged with burglary, grand theft, and battery, among other things.
Yeah, mess out there. NBC6's Amanda Placencia joins us live
this
from
ain't
Bayside,
it.
where things are once again calm, Amanda. But it is a major concern. A lot of cruise ship passengers come here. It's a tourist destination.
Oh, it is. All right.
Yes, that's right.
So let's see what they're
Loretta,
saying
last
it
night,
is.
Havoc ensued here at Bayside after a group of teens got into a fight. Chaos happened afterwards, and now those 4 teens who were arrested are expected to appear in juvenile court later today.
And it called for 60 police officers.
All over social media last night, showing that massive police presence. According to arrest
There
reports,
was-
police say a large group.
There was 60 police cars from all over, from Miami and all over the surrounding areas, over teens fighting. This is what they're saying, but people are saying it's aliens.
And were lighting loud fireworks. They were entering businesses, possibly armed with sticks, causing damage inside stores and just creating panic for people inside Bayside. Now, as officers tried to control the situation, they tell us they had to shut down Biscayne Boulevard for 6 blocks until that all clear was given.
What they're saying happened.
50 teens also caused a disturbance at a nearby 7-Eleven downtown. One victim in the chaos told police that a teen threw something at his car, and when he got out to check it out, he was jumped by a group of male teens. He told police that they went into his car and then stole his iPhone. Now, 4 teens between the ages of 14 and 16 years old were arrested last night. Now, 2 have been charged with burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, grand theft, battery, and resisting an officer without violence. 2 others were arrested for resisting an officer without violence. Now, we are not reporting the names of those teens who were arrested. Again, 4 teens were arrested because they are minors, so we're not saying those names. We are currently waiting for more information from police or any updates on those arrests. Live in Bayside in downtown Miami, Amanda Placencia, NBC6 News.
So they're saying
on March 4 teens are in jail this afternoon.
But none of the footage of the teens were from where all them cops were. They're from the subway. They're right here at this business. Nowhere near where all the. How are you gonna say? Man, I'm gonna need more proof of that. But that was just the very beginning of what? Yeah, that's definitely. I think that was a fake. That was definitely fake. Fake it. See, that is not the same location as where all those teens and shit were. You know what I mean? There's no. That is not the same incident. You know? They say dozens. Like, look at that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen counts of 60 cars. Here's another one of it. What they're saying. What's going on? There we go. Understand.
Teens caught on camera beating up a man in downtown Miami. Tonight, they're facing several charges for this attack and for the panic caused at Bayside Marketplace last night. Police say more than 50 juveniles damaged stores, started fights, and set off fireworks.
It triggered a show of force usually reserved for the worst possible disasters. CBS News Miami's Larry Seward is at Bayside. That's where Miami police continued heavy patrols tonight.
Several frequent Bayside customers told us they saw significantly more police officers inside the mall, but it's the show of force that shut down 6 blocks of Biscayne Boulevard Monday that grabbed attention from witnesses and former police. That's no fight. It's assault. A group of 15 kicking and beating a man near the curb of Southeast 2nd Street in downtown Miami, just blocks away from Bayside
What you gonna
Market,
do, jump
where
up,
dozens
run
of police
toward?
scrambled to corral a bigger crowd, accused of causing a riot inside the mall.
We actually saw one of the fights when it broke down by the Ferris wheel.
Marcos Rodriguez watched from inside a restaurant that locked its doors to protect staff and customers.
I live in Brickell. I heard it all the way down here.
Police say as many as 50 juveniles lit loud fireworks, damaged stores, and caused so much panic that officers responding sounded a citywide emergency call. Former Chief of Miami Police George Colina calls it an unusual move.
A citywide emergency call means that you are dispatching every available unit in the city of Miami. You make that kind of call, that usually means officers are being fired upon. It's not the typical reaction. I'm glad that they did, Larry, because it stopped people from getting hurt. That could have been so ugly.
One night later,
It was more security than usual.
Shoppers returned, including Yari Rios, who brought 3 witnesses from Monday night to convince them that it's safe.
I feel like all of the Miami police was down here instantaneously, and it makes me feel good.
Could it be an overreaction? I don't think this was that, but it's a weird look when we don't know what's going on and we see all these police cars, and there needs to be a balance between finding that right level of communication and, you know, keeping the public safe.
Investigators say the group behind this beating had roles in the panic at Bayside too. So far, at least 4 face charges that include burglary, grand theft, battery, and resisting arrest. And police sound determined to hold others involved responsible too. In downtown Miami, Larry Seward, CBS News, Miami.
I bet you they beat on each other worse than they beat on that dude.
South Jersey man
you know what I mean?
Captured on camera delivering a racist tirade remains in police custody.
Get these fucking monkey out of here, and you can't.
Teens caught on camera beating up a man. Teens caught on camera beating up a man.
I don't want that racist crap even any type of highlight on anybody speaking racism.
Alright, I'm officially tired of this crap. First of all, because you can clearly see there are people walking. So if this is supposed to be the video of the shadow, those are people walking. People walking here, here, there, and there. And also, who shot this clip? This looks like YouTube 2009 for crying out loud. And also, yeah, okay, there are 60 cars and probably more police officers and there is no footage. Well, that's very a good thing, because most likely with all those cops and dash cams, one of those cops, if there was a 10-foot alien, would have leaked the footage already, because you want to be the first, right? And if it's in your reach, one of those cops for sure would have already uploaded it to the web. I have no idea. Maybe they're doing a training session. That's why there are so many cops for these apparently kids running away from the mall. Maybe a combination of the two. But, you know, there's also
because one person, there's another person. It's just so blurry, because here's somebody that looks just like right here.
The other side of the street here, if you see right here, those are not cop cars. There are some cop cars, but, you know, the traffic is going. So to me, this might be a combination of training and maybe taking the situation serious. Maybe they got a terrorist alert or something, so they did a full display of power. But again,
let's see if we can find this dude's statement. I want the statement of him. Miami Mall alien rant. Let's see what he has to say.
All right, look. This is what I think about that whole alien shindig shenanigans that went on in Miami or whatever. Frankly, I don't care. However, I have never seen so many excuses in the comments area of my video for why the aliens did not show up. And let me address something real quick. Why nobody had footage, right? So many excuses about why nobody had footage, right?
Why? Let us know.
One of the comments I saw the most is that people are saying, there's no footage because everybody was running for their lives. There's
Fuck out of here.
Bears attacking people, tigers attacking people.
Somebody would have recorded it.
People,
a cop would have released.
Ghosts attacking people.
A cop would have freaking one of them cops would have released body cam footage. A cruiser cam footage. You know, they'd have sold that stuff to somebody. They'd have sat back and got them paid off that.
All this other stuff, supposedly attacking people, right? But no one ever had their phone on when the aliens attacked somebody. I am telling you right now, I am a YouTuber. If I am ever in one of the 4 malls that I tend to frequent in my area, and aliens show up, and they are walking around, not shooting people, just walking around. I don't care if they're appearing and not appearing in like the yellow flash. I don't care. I am pulling that phone out as long as they are not. I am taking footage and I am uploading it to my YouTube channel to show you that I saw them.
And it was in Miami, where most IRL streamers and stuff live.
I will make a video telling you, hey, I believe now. I'm a believer. You guys were right. But there's every excuse in the book. They're millions of years ahead of us in technology. They make sure that they jam our signals and our footage.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so I've been all over this Miami alien thing, 10-foot shadow people, whatever. I've been watching so many TikToks on this. It's literally consumed me. I found this one though, right? And take it with a grain of salt. I have no idea, but this is allegedly a police officer for Miami. Don't know how true it is, but check it out.
How have I not heard about this? My dad's a police officer in Miami. And I mean, like, he's even running for sheriff, and I just talked to him. He didn't say anything about that. Hey, did you, have you been seeing the alien stuff? Did you see that at Bayside?
What?
Are you serious? You're joking. You're joking. Did they tell you not to talk about it?
What?
Can you at least say, like, whatever? So they're saying it's like a fight broke out. Why did they send so many police cars? Are you serious? You can't say any? You're no help.
Damn, bro. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. How many times do you want him to slice the fucking pie, dude? He's getting to the meat and potatoes. He's not allowed to speak about it, but like I said, please take that with a grain of salt. But he's claiming his dad works for the Miami Police Department, and his dad is saying, hey, I'm not allowed to talk about it at all. This is what I mean, dude. This is why I'm down a wormhole of this Miami alien thing right now. I'm serious. I've probably seen every single TikTok posted on this. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. Tell me what you guys think of these.
The comment section, man. About to go to TikTok about this.
What's going on, man? It's your big brother Trend. Don't change this video because I'm about to give you some really good insights and information, man, on this whole topic that's trending around on the internet right now about, they saw some creatures or something in Miami in the mall on New Year's. You know what I mean? My friend sent me the video or whatever, and I didn't know nothing about it until one of my friends sent me the video, and I started doing my research on it. Now, what I'm about to tell you in this video, if you're sensitive, don't let this make you unsubscribe. talking out of my thoughts right now on what I think about.
Not what I'm looking for, homie.
While the media would have you to believe that this was just a fight amongst the teens, I'm going to show you some footage, and then I'm going to tell you exactly who
The first thing I've seen that doesn't aliens.
Mall, and it would explain everything to you. You would start to understand why we've been seeing the things that happen in Las Vegas and now Miami. And
we happen to be at that mall. Start hearing all this commotion outside. Sound like firecrackers or something. I'm saying, next thing I know, it's like crazy. You just see all these people running, fat chicks, old ladies, like I'm talking about moving. I looked back, it looked like a big shadow, but it was solid at the same time, like a few shadows, but they were solid at the same time. And it almost looked like they was coming our direction, like they was chasing us, but they was disappearing and reappearing closer. I'm like,
Or there's originals, man. These things are fire.
Next thing the police is trying to get all the people that ran out the mall. They like trying to detain these people, whatever. A lot of people saying, why didn't nobody film and all that? When that type of shit is going on, like some paranormal, nobody thinking about no phone. I'm saying everybody going survival mode.
nobody knows. Of course, it could be fireworks, teens fighting. I don't even know if I'm allowed to share this. But I have gotten information through an indirect source from someone who is in the FBI, who has been watching my videos and testified about how the things that I'm saying are accurate and how they even have these bodies. You know, there's a set of creatures that have been documented and testified of throughout every civilization of all of history. Who could it be? Sure enough, the Nephilim. Now, before you react, before you go crazy, Gabe, this is just another one of your conspiracy theories. Check out what the Bible says.
Aliens,
and then you can start to understand
Nephilim.
who indeed this could have been. And as real as people are accepting that the spiritual realm is, it's still not something that everyone just wants to be open and upfront about. And you'll understand why when you see this. Again, I can't even believe I'm making this video, but it really is happening. Again, 10 years ago, everyone said UFOs were fake, UFOs aren't real. And now we have congressional hearings almost every week about them. It happened when men began to multiply on the face of the land, daughters were born to them, that the sons of God, now sons of God doesn't mean human sons of God, no, it actually is interpreted as a reference to the royalty or rulers possessed by fallen.
Well, what are we gonna find in the world of YouTube? That dude got all religious and stuff. What do we want to check out here, huh? Where that went?
It's amazing how blue they are. That pretty color. Almost doesn't even look real. My dad left his little friend.
Blue lobster.
Look at that. That might actually be the same one I got last year. That looks like the one I got last year, doesn't it? Look at that. They say that these are 1 in 2 million, these blue lobsters, but there's no way. They have got to be way more rare. This is the same general area where I got the blue lobster last year. My father just caught this. So pretty much within a couple miles, the same area I got this last year, he just got this blue lobster. And that is a very, very pretty blue. It's a female with a big V-notch in her tail, so that means it's got to be released. He's got blue antennas, blue everything. It's amazing how blue they are. That pretty color.
Bro, hold on. Like I'm
This is complete. These guys are wild. No more tire.
Just another day. Gonna move my car. Oh, what's this? We buy jump. Oh man, what's wrong with my car? Just another day.
I walked into the wrong.
This guy plays Warzone without any guns.
Nah, it should be.
Comes up with this shit?
It should be fucking hilarious.
All right, so aliens at the mall, huh?
Rumors of aliens invading Miami are going viral on social media.
This is for real, folks. The conspiracy theory stems from a large police presence at Bayside Marketplace on New Year's Day. Take a good look at your screen.
Not only that, there's witnesses. It's not just the police presence; it's the witnesses are egging
those
it on as
aliens
well.
walking in front of Bayside Marketplace in downtown Miami?
I see nothing that indicates an outer space mystical fictional creature. I see 3 people walking.
Online conspiracy theorists are saying that shadowy figure,
Yeah, 1,
not far
2,
from
3.
parked Miami
Look.
police cars, appears.
Creature. I see 3 people walking.
Yeah, hold on.
Online conspiracy theorists are saying that.
Look, 1, 2, 3. 3 different people walking.
Shadowy figure, not far
See, look,
from
you can
parked
see their
Miami
legs
police
spreading.
cars, appears to be an alien.
Did it ever occur to anybody maybe the shadowy figure is probably a shadow of a figure? Maybe a human figure? Which is why it looks taller?
Get them.
Does anybody have a
Get
brain
'em.
anymore?
Honestly, I think it looks pretty real to me.
Guess not.
The viral video was allegedly taken during that massive police presence at Bayside on New Year's Day. Crowds of young people armed with sticks began fighting.
Armed with sticks, yet it shows kids not armed with sticks. They're not even using their fucking hands. They're stomping someone. You gonna hold a stick with your feet and
Right.
do work?
I didn't see no
Damn,
weapons.
man,
They
it's
kicked the
literally
shit.
right in
They
front of your
just
face.
kept
What
kicking,
they're
dude.
saying is not in front of you. Oh wait, let me get. Are they invisible alien sticks? Huh? Did the shadows drop the shadow sticks on the ground?
Police say juveniles were also setting off fireworks that some believed was gunfire.
Oh my gosh. Kids setting off fireworks in Miami on New Year's? Get out of town. I think everybody in America was setting off fireworks at that time. You're not really narrowing shit down. You're just saying something very broad. Then look, do you see any fucking fireworks going off? I see 0 fireworks. Once again, something's being told to you through your ears, but your eyes do not see it. Well, the kids had sticks. Kids had no sticks. Well, there's a shadow alien. I don't see an
It
alien
was 3
anywhere.
people.
Well, it was fireworks. 0
I didn't
fireworks.
see no fireworks.
Is there anything in this fucking story that's true? And if that's the case, if you look at it like that, what is the point of the fucking story?
Exactly. And why were there 60 freaking cops over
At all?
something that they gave
Now,
them? There ain't no
fireworks that
video
some
proof of
believed was
anything.
gunfire, resulting in chaos.
This is where I start to think, what the fuck is this all for? Listen to what these people were saying. This is the fucking news, man. This is what's supposed to warn us about serious shit. You mean there's 500 motherfucking cops outside for some teenagers fighting? With sticks? So did they have sticks or did they have fucking firearms? Those are 2 different things, like way different things.
There's a big crowd of people running out of Bayside and kind of grouping up outside. And then we hear more commotion, and now they're all just running through the streets, running between cars, almost getting hit by cars. It was like absolute chaos.
Well, to me, it sounds like there was a bunch of teenagers running away from something that they didn't like. to the point where they ran outside of the mall, grouped up with people, and then continued to run and almost get hit by cars. They were running from something. What were they running from? That's the only thing that makes sense. And like,
what were they running from?
like, come on, really? Sticks or firearms? No, we gotta know, because if it was sticks matches the story better thus far. Because if a bunch of teenagers are running away from something that they don't want to be around, and when they finally get outside, they pick up the nearest objects they see, which would be like sticks or something, that means they were fucking terrified of something. And I don't think it was a big mystical fucking space alien. I don't. Another thing, I mean, people saying they heard gunshots. This happened on fucking New Year's in Miami. Fireworks? Yeah, probably so. Because sticks and firearms are two different things. Not only that, where's all the fucking fire trucks? If it could have been fireworks in the mall, where's the fire trucks? There's 0 fire trucks. Show me a fire truck. I don't see none.
Now, rumors are circulating on social media saying police weren't there to handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather 8 to 10 feet tall shadow aliens.
The reason being fucking shadow aliens is so fucking stupid. This is the part in the story where it's like, what? Oh, no. What was they actually running from? Shadow aliens. You are showing me a bunch of cops standing in front of their headlights that is casting shadows. Is that the shadow aliens? The fuck?
The phrases Miami Mall and aliens in Miami have been among the top 10 searches on Twitter's trending tab.
Remember those trending tabs. Aliens in Miami and Miami Mall.
And Google News even has several reports questioning the event. Miami police saying in part, there were no aliens, UFOs, or ETs. No airports were closed. No power outages.
Huh. It's little slip-ups like that that just make you a totally different kind of human when you can pick up on people's language. So you mean to tell me a cop whose job is to identify shit and suspects to a T very thoroughly said there's no aliens or ETs? Since when are those a different thing? His exact quote, there were no aliens, UFOs, or ETs. He's separating the term extraterrestrial from the term alien. There has to be a reason for that. He subconsciously accidentally said that. It's like saying, he's going down I-40. I'm not sure if he's a white guy or a Caucasian. Nope. That's an important slip up. I don't give a shit. And you know, while we're on this alien topic, let's talk about aliens real quick. Answer me this. Why have we only seen their vehicles? Why does anybody only have videos of the vehicles and not the aliens? Just recently have they been like, look, an alien, a shadow alien. Not a real shadow casted from the light behind me. It's a shadow alien. Just recently have we seen videos of these quote-unquote biological aliens. But all the footage fucking sucks. All the footage of the vehicles suck. But we have seen a shit ton of the vehicles. And when I say vehicles, I mean UFOs, obviously. I'm sure I don't need to explain that. If I do, fuck, just click off the video now. Fuck, Jesus Christ. Answer me this. Why are all these UFO videos always in California, Florida, or Texas? Why?
Or Alaska.
Nowhere else. It's always by the water. Most of these videos, it's like a UFO over the water. There goes that UFO. And it's always out of Florida, Texas, or California. Okay, well, if you're an alien, what do aliens do? They abduct, right? Okay. Where do the most child abductions go down?
All the same places. Hold up. He's forgetting. They're forgetting one right there too. Because Ohio is up
the same
there.
exact states that got all these UFOs
right along with
and
that
aliens.
shit.
And UFO videos, well, they're the same place that all the child trafficking goes down. What do you know? Now, what did Michael Herrera say on the Sean Ryan show? I'll play the clip.
How close did you get?
To the craft?
To the craft.
Roughly 200 meters, 150, 200.
Did you get to the bottom of the hill?
Yes.
So you could see, so you saw the top of it, and then you could see underneath of it.
And underneath of it had this platform that was on the ground that was separate from this craft hovering. And it was very weird to see, and I was like, okay, I don't know if that's kind of like a cement
150 meters, you seen that?
Like a helopad
I know how hard
like
that is to
first,
see
but then start seeing how the
that something
material kind
that
of looked
far
very similar to
on
what the
fucking
craft was. It's
Fortnite.
like, well, that's separate.
Well, that's pretty self-explanatory what that is. It's a futuristic truck bed that can detach. Probably goes in the middle to distribute the weight good. You drop the quote-unquote truck bed, which it's not a truck bed because it's a fucking circle UFO or something, and you load the shit on it, and it races back up with magnets. No one needs to pick up anything. You just got to set whatever on the pad. If something happens and you got to get away, you can leave the pad there. If worse comes to worse, well, you're already flying over the ocean. We all know where they're at. Just drop it. No one's ever going to find it. They can barely find a fucking submarine that people pay to go on. He's talking about a fucking flying object. You realize that, right? He's talking about people that look like us driving them.
So you have something that's on the ground, stationary, and then you have something that's up top, and it's just rotating in a clockwise position. So right when we got close to it, at least 150, 200 meters out, then all of a sudden we were engaged, at least not in a hostile manner, at least, not gunfire or firefight or anything like that. But the way that these guys moved was so fluid, it was so still, it was very, very, very smooth. And it kind of indicated to me, after thinking about it for several years, is that these guys have done it for a while because of how smooth this operation was.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now look what he says the UFOs that were being driven by humans was used for.
But he works in some of these projects that are some very controversial facilities. He's aware of what was going on. After I gave my presentation of this, he confirmed, he says, no, he's like, I don't want to leave Michael hanging out there, but I was not expecting to come and talk to you about this. And he went explaining what the operations do, why they do it, and what they were using them for. And he says, there's not drugs that they're putting in these shipping containers. He says it's humans.
Human trafficking.
Yes.
Well, that would explain why the most people get abducted in California, Texas, and Florida. And the most UFO mystical space aliens are seen in California, Texas, and Florida. But it's always just the vehicles, isn't it? No wonder child trafficking and aliens have the same terminology. Well, the whole alien conspiracy, it sounds like, is covering up fucking child trafficking. Which is why they got to keep it going and going and going. Because if you find out that aliens don't drive UFOs and it ain't nothing but some fucking weirdos, well, then we got a big fucking problem. Because we've been told aliens are probably out there by some serious organizations that we would not trust anymore. Nah, but
true.
what are you going to say? Oh, look at him. He's crazy.
Yo, what up?
If I'm crazy, well, then what the fuck are you? Way past an illiterate fuck, that's for sure. Why? Because. Go back to what the fucking Miami sheriff or whatever said. Look at his comment one more time now that you've seen all this shit.
Miami police saying in part, there were no aliens, UFOs, or ETs. No airports were closed.
Why they have to specify
no power
that?
outages.
All right, so before we get into the alien and ET definitions, let's just do this first. Why are they saying no power outages? Because they're solidifying there was no misuse of electricity. What do I mean by that? Well, I'll put it this way. Back in the day, when you was growing weed in your house, how did the cops know? The electrical company. Your fucking bill was way higher than it was supposed to be because your ass was, growing pot. They're saying that they're solidifying kind of that there was nothing going on here. Nobody stuck underground using electricity here. No kids inside this mall in Miami. And then what else you say? No airports were shut down. So there was apparently there's so. And then they say what? They say no airports were shut down. Oh, I hope there's no fucking airports shut down for some teenagers fighting with sticks. Well, that'd be
I
fucking
hope not.
stupid.
Yeah.
No. What they're solidifying is there was no air traffic that was a threat, for sure. Okay. Now, fuck all that. Let's get to the definition of an alien and an extraterrestrial, since the police chief wants to separate those two words, even though they're the same fucking thing. I mean, at least that's what we thought. An extraterrestrial and an alien supposed to be the same thing, right?
That's what I thought.
Well, not by the dictionary, it ain't. All right, the definition of an alien. Alien, foreign, not natural, strange, opposed or repugnant, a foreigner, or the hypothetical being from outer space. All right, well then what's an extraterrestrial? If they a being from outer space, okay, well let's look up extraterrestrial. Since he's talking about them like they're completely different things. Extraterrestrial, being of or from outside Earth's limits. An extraterrestrial being, as in science fiction. That's the definition. But here's the thing. What's the definition of terrestrial, fuggin'? Well, let's see. If that's an extraterrestrial, well then what's a terrestrial? What's a terrestrial? Because that's going to tell you what you need to know right there.
Right now.
We know what extra means. Terrestrial, of Earth, consisting of land, not water. Living on land.
We're all terrestrial.
So an alien is a foreigner or a being
It's
from
going
outer
pretty
space. An extraterrestrial
Just
is a being from outer
scrolling
space.
YouTube, finding
terrestrial
crazy shit. I was
someone who
looking
lives
into
on
the
Earth
CERN
and not in the water. That's what it says at the definition.
and
Not in
got
the water.
into the aliens in Miami.
All the UFOs are seen over water.
Now we're watching
you're a
Upchurch's response
terrestrial,
on it. What up, Dobby boy?
And you have other terrestrials, multiple ones. That means you're a terrestrial that has extraterrestrials.
Come on.
If you're a sex trafficker who has undocumented kids, those kids are terrestrials. That makes you a terrestrial that has extraterrestrials. And those extraterrestrials, by
You gotta leave
definition,
my microphone alone.
are aliens. They're undocumented. They're not even illegal aliens. They're just flat out fucking aliens. They never was legal anywhere. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like blah, blah. I wish I could tell you bye, bye. But when it comes with the clock.
Who the fuck comes up with this shit?
Who the fuck comes up with that? What up, Luke, Dobby boy? $1 million. Meet Dobby. You guys seen Louie earlier. Back to CERN, baby. Let's see what
Elon Musk has
what
just
the
released
Elon
some
said.
shocking revelations about the Large Hadron Collider at CERN. Despite this scientific instrument being one of the most monumental breakthroughs in modern-day science, Musk has termed it demonic technology. But that's
Demonic
not all.
technology.
Other credible names have also come out to accuse CERN of doing something evil with the LHC, something that can destroy all of humankind. What is CERN really doing with the Large Hadron Collider? Why
What
is
are they
Elon
doing?
Musk calling this technology
Huh,
demonic?
Louie boy? What are they
shocking
doing?
revelations and proofs exist that the Large Hadron Collider can truly destroy all of humankind? Join us in
Your
this
brother
video
fucked
as
you up or
Elon
no?
Musk says CERN's Large Hadron Collider is demonic technology.
Is it?
Our biggest
Is it
existential
demonic
threat
technology?
It's probably that. We are summoning the demon.
The Large Hadron Collider, LHC, is a monumental brainchild of science and engineering. Located at the border between Switzerland and France, this massive equipment has the function of smashing charged particles together to produce smaller
Oh, I
particles
can't watch
and
another one
reactions.
like that.
Scientists can then study these reactions and resulting.
Our sun looks nothing like this. It looks more like this. If you've always thought our sun was a bright yellow ball of fire, you were wrong. For starters, it's not yellow, it's green. Sort of. Scientists determine the temperature of a star by the color spectrum it emits. Each color has its own wavelength, and astronomers measure those wavelengths to tell how hot a star is. Cooler stars appear red, the hottest of the stars look blue. Our sun emits most of its energy at a wavelength that's close to green. But because it also emits other wavelengths, all these colors mix together and your eyes see this vibrant mixture as white. That is, if you look at the sun from the International Space Station. From here on Earth, the sun looks yellow because our atmosphere is really good at scattering blue light. And with all that blue wavelength gone, all the other colors combine into yellow. If our star was actually yellow, it would be about 800 degrees Celsius cooler, our solar system's habitable zone would shrink, and Earth would become a frozen, lifeless rock. But that's not the only thing you were wrong about. The sun is hot, but it's not on fire. Burning is a chemical reaction of oxygen with fuel. Like most stars out there, our sun is a ball of gas, mostly made up of hydrogen and helium. It doesn't have much oxygen in it. Instead, it works more like a gigantic nuclear reactor, constantly fusing hydrogen atoms to create helium inside its core. This process releases enormous amounts of energy, and that's why the sun is so scorching hot. Speaking of setting things on fire, let me tell you about explosions in space. Yeah, these aren't real. A spaceship can't go down in a violent blast because there's no air out there in space. No air means no oxygen, and no oxygen, well, as you already know,
But
means
there's
no fire.
oxygen inside
Star
the
Wars
spaceship.
It may seem that there are too many stars in the night sky for you to count.
Am I not? Am I wrong about that? Because there's oxygen inside the spaceships, oxygen tanks, so there is oxygen to make a bang. You know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Count, but actually, you can. Although scientists at Harvard have already done it for you. According to the Yale Bright Star Catalog, there are 9,110 stars that you can see from Earth with the naked eye. Try to count them all for yourself. Movies make it look like you need to be
No
an
way.
extremely skilled
No
pilot
way
to
they counted
navigate
that.
the asteroid
They could
belt,
count
but
that.
that's not true. The asteroid belt isn't some thick obstacle course of death. It does have trillions of space rocks that range in size from space dust to a quarter the size of the moon. About 100,000 of these asteroids are over 1 kilometer wide, but they're very spread out. The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter is 225 million kilometers across. That's 1.5 times the distance between Earth and the Sun. And this spreads the space rocks millions of kilometers apart. It's almost impossible for a spacecraft to collide with one. If you were thrown out of the airlock into the vastness of space, you wouldn't turn into a popsicle right away. That's because to freeze, there has to be a heat transfer from space to your body. But heat, or cold, doesn't travel very fast in the vacuum of space. Your body would freeze, but it would take hours to happen. And by then, you'd be long dead from something else.
Block
And
of
no,
oxygen.
you wouldn't explode in space either. You would inflate, though. That's because nitrogen in your bloodstream would gather into bubbles and puff you up to double your size. But that's not what's going to kill you. It's the lack of oxygen. After 15 seconds in space, your brain wouldn't get enough oxygen through your blood, and you'd lose consciousness. After 2 minutes in space, your other organs would start to shut down one by one. Game over. Space seems incredibly cold, but it's not. In reality, space doesn't have a temperature at all. Temperature is defined by the speed at which particles move and the amount of energy they have. In the true vacuum of space, there are no particles to move around. That's why the vacuum is temperatureless. Of course, outer space isn't a perfect vacuum. It still has particles and radiation to produce heat. Some areas of space are actually really hot, like the space around stars. But the further away you get from stars, the more spread out the particles are, making those areas of space pretty chilly. Some dense gas clouds can get as cold as minus 263 degrees Celsius. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, but surprisingly, it's not the hottest. It is extreme, though. During the day, the surface temperature reaches 430 degrees. And at night, it drops to minus 180. Oof! But the most hellish planet in the solar system is Venus. You see, Mercury doesn't have an atmosphere to retain all that heat from the sun. The Venusian atmosphere, on the other hand, is very thick and it creates a greenhouse effect. It's like global warming on steroids. And it makes Venus a hot hell with a surface temperature of about 475 degrees. Our entire solar system isn't just sitting in one spot in our galaxy. It's hurtling through space at 220 kilometers per second. That's 7 times faster than the speed that Earth revolves around the sun. Our solar system takes 230 million years to make one orbit around the Milky Way. Yeah, the last time we were in the same location we are now, Earth had one supercontinent and the dinosaurs were just starting to roam around. Planets do not orbit around the sun. All the things in our solar system are in balance, and even though the sun is the most massive object in our planetary neighborhood, other planets are participating in this gravitational tug-of-war. Instead of orbiting the sun, planets and moons orbit around a central point between them and our star. This point is called the barycenter. For Earth, this barycenter is so close to the sun's core that there's not much of a difference, but for Jupiter, this point is about 55,000 kilometers away from the center of the sun. So the gas giant and the sun are orbiting each other. Earth appears round from space, but it's actually an irregularly shaped ellipsoid. It bulges at the equator thanks to the centrifugal force caused by our planet's spin. As a result, Earth is about 43 kilometers wider at the equator than it is at the poles. This makes gravity at the bulge slightly weaker, making it easier to launch spaceships from the equatorial regions than from the poles. In space, no one can hear you scream. That's only true to a point.